Rio is following under a different process than normal. So the good news is that we get the text. If you're in that space, and it's only the people that are actually physically there, get every day a readout of the text and what country is saying what, or has called for deletions and changes. So this is a more transparent process than you normally do see at the United Nations. But the corporate influence is something that is undeniable. There is the Global Compact, there's the CEO Water Mandate, there's every major international business lobby has accreditation, has access, is meeting with delegations on an ongoing basis, both back in capital and in the space of the negotiations. They are one of the 9 major groups, and so they spread themselves out over all the major groups because they say, well, we're farmers as well, even though they're big agribusiness. Oh, we're involved in fisheries, or we're an NGO, but really they're a major business lobby. And so they spread themselves out in the other major groups, but they also have their own voice as business in the negotiations as well. And so they will mobilize themselves, and so they have equal standing with youth, equal standing with women, equal standing with small farmers. And so it's very much skewed in their favor because, of course, they're there all the time. They create these relationships, and they have their lobbyists back in country as well as in the UN. And so the whole negotiations are very much, and of course there are states that speak very much in the corporate voice, and Canada is one, again, that has done this consistently. I can call New Zealand out on this. Of course, we know the EU and the US have a lot of transnational corporations within their countries. But it's really outrageous to be in these negotiations and to realize the depth of corporate influence. And we even have the partnering. There is a whole section of the UN that is just designed to create partnerships between UN agencies and the private sector. We also know that the UN itself, and this is the tragedy, has been starved to the extent that they cannot even meet their basic budgets, let alone try to go beyond that, and are therefore put in a position of requiring finances from the private sector. And so this system is not by accident. It's been created in a way by the underfunding of large developed countries that have exposed the UN to this kind of corporate capture.